Reina has been buffed significantly in Season 2, and is currently the best Mishima in the game, and an absolute top tier in my opinion. Reina was already strong, so I have no idea why they decided to buff her, but hey, I guess the down players won. Now, what makes her so broken in this patch? The first and biggest thing that I haven't really seen too many people talk about enough is the changes to her forward 2. Now, for some reason, they've made her forward 2 hit confirm into Sentai 2. Before, if you had a forward 2, you had to go into the heat engager version. Now you can do this. This is incredibly significant because combined with the new changes to her Sentai 2, now you can go into stance off of this. So whenever you hit this, whenever you hit a forward 2, hold down your +8 and you get a guaranteed 50-50 situation. This is even more strong when you consider her heat. So before, whenever Reina popped heat, you didn't really use forward 2 a lot, mainly just because your only option was this. And then you have to heat dash, you get a nice 60 damage, but then you lose your heat. Now, she pressures with forward 2, but you don't have to commit to losing your heat. If you hit it, hold down your +8 in your opponent's face in heat. This is insane for her when you consider the heat buff she's gotten now. First of all, now you can do this. Now her low heat smash is no longer takes up her whole heat. She can do 3 of these with a full bar. So now every time Reina hits a forward 2 in heat, which by the way, forward 2 is still one of the best moves in the game, even with the tracking nerfs, she's threatening a low heat smash that floor breaks into a huge combo and a ton of damage on hits. Now this wouldn't be significant if she didn't have a mid option to mix it up with. And for some reason, they have heavily buffed her Heaven's Wrath 3+4. This move used to be -5, it is now +3. This is relevant because it tracks to both directions now, as you can see. Can't sidestep. On the floor, huge situation for her, and you can go for like a War God kick, you can go for all kinds of stuff. You're an Oki, right? Tracks to both directions, and it beats all options, right? Try and crouch jab, you're losing. It trades, but you get hit on the floor, counter hit, into a guaranteed War God kick follow-up. Incredibly strong, and again, if they block it, they're -3. You're plus on block now with this move. What's so cool about this in heat, so that's the 50-50, right? You hit this, you either use this, or you use the low heat smash. What's also cool is that not only does this trade with crouch jab, giving you a guaranteed follow-up, now the heat smash, if they try and crouch jab or do anything, you get a launch. Why does this launch? I have no idea, but you get a full launch off of that. And again, it doesn't take up your heat bar anymore. So this is disgusting. For forward 2 being guaranteed on hit now opens up so much more for her. It's unbelievable how much you can do. And you start pressuring. The other options, again, you still have Iron Hand, a safe heat engager, a launcher when you go out of it. You still have an unbreakable throw. You have so many options you can play around with here. This makes her significantly better. Now you have to fear Reina even more in heat, because if she hits you with this option, get ready for the casino, okay? That's the first part. So next, I want to talk about her new low, which is forward neutral 4. It's very nice to have. So one of her main weaknesses was she had bad lows. I personally don't think her lows were that bad. You still obviously have sidestep 4, which is great. You still have hell sweep, which is even better because of how great her heat has been buffed now. So those are already good. This is her new low. +3, 20 frames, so a little bit slow to start up, and it is quite linear. You can step it, but it compensates for that. Good range, because it's a forward moving low. Very good range. +3 into Sentai mix-up. It's only +3, so a lot of options will not work. Like if they crouch jab, your Sentai 2 will trade, giving you an advantage in damage, which is nice. But you still have all your classic Sentai options. Usually you won't even go into anything. Usually you'll just take your pressure. Neutral on hits, really cool. But what makes this low so good is on counter hits, you get a guaranteed heat engager. Reina has never had something like this before. You press into me, boom, 31 damage. Or Sentai 2, and to take my 50-50. If you're in heat, hit this low, score a counter hit. Oops, you hit this low, score a counter hit. It's the exact same situation I told you about. Take my mix-up, incredible mix-up +8. So this low is really, really good for her. Having a low like this, I can't explain how much it helps. Especially if you're in heat, right? Because if you're in heat, counter hit, you just got 44 damage off of a low. That's safe. And need I remind you, this low is -12, so it's very safe. This is a huge help to Reina, a really, really huge help, and it makes her a lot better. Now, in heat, specifically, this string, the 3+4, 3+4, has not been nerfed. Not been nerfed at all. Still one of the absolute best strings in the game. And you'll use the better version most of all when you're near them. Reina, her tracking hasn't been helped significantly. She still struggles when it comes to tracking. So, but not when she's in heat, because then she does this. 53 damage, I guess it's counter hit, but 53 damage, natural. Don't step me. You try and step me, you die. And this is all safe on block. And chip damage has been nerfed, but it still does a ton of chip damage. Watch this. Look at that. It's a lot of chip damage. And again, like I said, you still have this version as well. Also in heat, she got this, which, holy, is such a good move. This is a uninterruptible string. It takes up a good bit of your heat bar, but it leaves you at +7 into this stance. Now, they've tried to buff this stance to make it better. I personally don't think you're still not going to use it too much. The biggest buff from this is this move, which was already good. This is a homing heat engager that people don't use enough. Now this has crouching status, so now this will beat any highs. So you're going to use this move a lot more. You can also do the new low by pressing down 4 out of this, which is useful, but it's not super good still. They tried to make it better. It restores a little bit more heat, but not super impactful. But this move on its own is super good, right? Takes up your heat, 45 damage, natural. But its main utility, you're not really going to be using it neutral because it has virtually no tracking. You're going to be using this in combos, and you're going to be using this at the wall, specifically at the wall. So let's say you land an electric on Reina, right? And you convert just into a normal combo. This is a low damage combo, but whatever. Up your heat, do whatever combo ender you prefer, and then your opponent is in this position, right? If this move hits them at the wall, and remember, you already don't want to duck Reina, but now, if this hits you, look at that damage. 45 damage, and let's set him to the wall so I can just show you guys how insane this actually is. If they get hit by this, and you just do something super simple, 86 damage. Reina has never had a tool like this at the wall, and it's unbelievable how strong it is. If they block it, chip into -7. So this is a god move at the wall. But it's like, okay, it has terrible tracking, right? Just sidestep it. I'll set him to sidewalk. It doesn't really matter. Sidewalk left. Look, no tracking. Loses completely the sidesteps, right? But then you remember, wait a minute, Reina has this. The string I just mentioned. You do not want to step Reina in heat at the wall because she'll do this and you'll take 52 damage. Now, theoretically, really strong players could do a quick sidestep and then duck, because this move I showed you earlier, this is actually, it starts with a high, but the other hits are all mid, so they have to do a really quick punish or they'll die. And also, it doesn't really work because this is just general pressure at the wall, so timing's a big factor here. No one's going to want us to sidestep duck, which is already hard enough to do. No one's ever going to want to sidestep duck when you're threatening this. Because if Reina just waits like an extra second, like if you don't get your timing exactly perfect, you're getting hit by this and you're dying. So I don't think sidestep duck is going to be viable at all, just because, again, you just do not want to duck Reina. It's such a terrible idea to duck Reina just overall because of how powerful her moves are. Your opponents are not going to be stepping if you play it properly. And then Reina will just threaten her lows. Her hell sweep is super good. +6 into the mix-up we've talked about already. Her new heat move is also really great for combos, specifically for combos that end in like a wall break or floor break. Now this new heat move is always guaranteed, so you can end off your combos with huge damage. There's other stuff we can mention, like how they buffed her combos. So now you have While Rising 3-4 is a combo extender, so you can do her optimal double electric combo, and then when you finally get your tornado, you can do like a quick dash, walk up, do this, walk up again, do a micro dash into heat engager, and you get disgusting damage. I think she gets 103 damage with no walls if she uses all of her heat now. So her combos have been buffed significantly, and this was a character who already had amazing combos, right? Like, no one ever saw Reina and was like, oh, she has weak combos. She has amazing combos. So what you're left with after all this is a character who is already strong, right? She already has the best movement out of all the Mishimas. Her hitbox is really hard to hit. See how like her hands kind of like go in a little bit when she sidesteps? She's hard to hit. You have an electric, one of the best moves in the game. You have the best Mishima down forward 1, amazing poking. Down forward 1-2, one of the best heat engagers. You have a good variety of lows now. This has been a huge help. This is big help to her low quality. Her heat has been mega buffed, which was already really good heat, but now it's even better. Now it's just at the wall, you just die, you just can't duck her because she's so incredibly strong. It's like, what is this character missing exactly? Her only weakness now, I guess, is still kind of, she has bad homing, but then you pop heat, and that's just not an issue anymore, because you have this, and you still have this, and you still have this that tracks, and you still have this that tracks. So Reina is in an amazing spot right now. You guys should definitely give her a shot. Hard to play still, but very, very rewarding, and I think she's going to be a much more popular pick in this season. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.